Filling a gas tank takes 3 minutes, and the tank itself doesn't care how fast the liquid pours in. But an EV battery operates on entirely different physical principles. A lithium-ion battery is an active chemical system. Every time energy forces its way into the cells, that internal structure experiences physical wear. We naturally expect gas station convenience. We want to plug in and get back on the road in 15 minutes. But pushing that much power that quickly actively degrades the capacity of those cells. This chart maps capacity over 5 years, showing 2 charging outcomes. The top line shows slow charging retains over 90% health. The bottom line shows the penalty for speed. High-speed charging accelerates degradation, causing capacity to drop sharply. Losing 20% of your total range won't stop the car from driving tomorrow. But because the battery is the vehicle's single most expensive component, that lost capacity significantly lowers your resale value when it's time to trade the car in. You can avoid this drop in performance. You just need to match your charging protocol to your driving habits and your specific battery chemistry. When you take a road trip, you depend on public networks marketed heavily for their blistering charge times. These stations use direct current, or DC fast charging, dumping anywhere from 20 to well over 1 straight into the vehicle. This matrix breaks down the physical difference between charging at home and charging on the highway. Slow AC charging delivers low power with minimal thermal waste. DC charging pushes massive power, and the immediate byproduct is extreme heat. When you force ions to move rapidly across the cell, internal temperatures spike dangerously high. It cuts downtime to 20 minutes, but thermal stress slashes a battery's lifespan from 4,000 charge cycles down to under 1,000. Automakers know this heat is destructive, so they rely on a software mitigation tool called preconditioning. When routing to a fast charger, the car physically heats or cools the battery to reach an exact thermal window before that massive current hits. High-speed DC stations are essential engineering tools for long-distance travel. They just shouldn't be your daily routine. For the vast majority of its life, your car sits parked in a driveway or an office lot. This is where Level 1 and Level 2 AC chargers do their work. They deliver low, consistent power over several hours, giving the lithium ions time to stabilize without generating excessive heat. This chart plots our charging options, weighing the time required against preserving the health of the cells. Slow AC charging takes hours, but it protects the battery's physical integrity. But even on a slow charger, pushing a standard nickel-based battery to 100% carries a hidden cost. Holding these cells at maximum capacity places them under immense voltage stress. The longer they sit full, the faster they age. The most effective defense against this stress is keeping your daily charge between 20 and 80%. This middle range requires the lowest possible voltage to maintain. To get the longest possible life out of your battery, you have to intentionally restrict your daily usable range to just 60% of what the car actually holds. That 80% limit has dominated EV advice, but there's a massive exception right now. Not all lithium-ion batteries are built the same way. Many newer standard range vehicles now use LFP, or lithium iron phosphate battery packs. LFP cells have a different internal structure. They are significantly more robust, meaning they can handle high voltage without experiencing the severe chemical stress of a nickel-based cell. This structural stability requires a different maintenance protocol. Owners are actually required to charge to 100% weekly to calibrate the battery management system. Treating an LFP pack like an older nickel battery doesn't protect the chemistry. It artificially starves you of range for zero chemical benefit. Since the chemistry dictates the rules, you can map out an exact charging strategy for your specific driveway. This decision tree starts with the most important variable, determining if your vehicle has a nickel or an LFP battery pack. The next split depends on how you drive, a predictable daily commute or pushing high miles on a road trip. If you commute with a nickel battery, the math points to Level 1 or 2 AC home chargers, strictly capped at 80%. If you commute with an LFP battery, stick to home AC power, but push the limit to 100% weekly. If you're out on a long drive, you'll need DC fast chargers, but you must use your car's navigation to trigger preconditioning before plugging in to shield cells from thermal shock. On those long drives, you get the fastest speeds by arriving at the station nearly empty and unplugging at 80%, avoiding the painfully slow, high-voltage trickle required to fill those last few cells. Optimal charging is a calculation based on your specific hardware and your daily schedule. When you align your routine with the physical limits of your battery, you rarely have to think about the charging screen at all. You eliminate range anxiety on the road, and you prevent unnecessary chemical degradation in the garage. Over 5 years, avoiding high heat and voltage stress protects your maximum range, helping to preserve the value of your car's most expensive single component. An EV battery is a significant financial investment. Actively managing how it absorbs energy ensures that investment pays off over the lifetime of the vehicle.